everybody to my project, just about sharing stories with each other with the climate of COVID-19 and everything that's in the news and distressing times. I just really want to reach out to my community, my friends and my colleagues, and just to share some stories and bring some levity to this time. I'd like you to meet my friend, Carolyn. She goes by Mrs. B. She's a teacher and an author, amongst many, many things. And she's a lot of fun. So I'm just going to talk with her a bit, and hopefully you can get to know her. And maybe at the end of all of this, we also become a bigger circle of friends. That would be great. So thank you, Carolyn, for doing this silly little interview show with me.
This is fun.
And having some fun, yes. So I am asking everyone if you can tell me who you are and what you do and how this self-isolation has affected you and your business.
Well, I wear many hats, and the first one is the one that has the mainstream of income would be my VIP kid class, which is I teach in China. So for me, I've watched children around the world, or in that country particularly, be isolated for the last 4 months. I've dealt with them, talked to them, and tried to comfort them through this time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also an author. So this is different as an author when you're thinking of like many years ago, obviously in history, we've got cholera, we've got smallpox, all kinds of diseases. But this is the first time in history we've had a way to communicate socially when we've been socially distanced. So we just have to figure out Zoom and all these special ways to do this and use our social networking. It's a time not to be fearful or lonely, but to be creative. So that's kind of what I've been thinking through. How can I be creative during this time?
Perfect. Yeah. And we are. I think this is a time that we're all being challenged to grow and to think outside the box and to reach out in different ways that we're just not used to. So it's great. Okay, so there's always two sides to the coin. Of course, we know, and you definitely, like you said, have seen a lot of the negative effects of what's been going on. But could you share with us a good news story or a happy story that you've seen?
I have heard of some authors putting books in plastic bags and putting them in a park, and that was before when people could go around, and now we found out that's not necessarily the safest. So other authors have been actually reading their books online. Um, so I kind of got an idea in the middle of the night one time to to actually write a book. And my
Okay.
husband helped me title it. It's called Contagious Comfort for Kids in the time of coronavirus, because kids have like heavy loads when you think about it, between global warming they're taught and sexuality and just climate change, and now you've got this virus. So it's such a heavy load for kids. I wanted to make it okay, they have to be responsible, but let's go have fun with your family. Go out and, well, not go out, but stay in and play.
Yeah.
Stay with your siblings and and those kind of people, but be responsible. So this book is kind of teaching kids that, and I thought I would offer it for free and read it online. So I have
Oh,
a
that's
little
cool.
spot.
So people can just go see it and they can hear you, or they can download it themselves so they can read it to their kids, sort of thing.
Yes, so I read it, and then they can also go to the website and download it for themselves as well. So it's just kind of things about washing your hands and just like that and things like
Yeah.
that. And then
Yeah.
go play just to take the weight off of kids, because they hear their parents talking and it stresses them out, and
Well,
it's just a heavy load.
and kids perceive things in such a different way, Yeah,
Mm.
so it's kind of nice just to give them some facts in a fun way that they can
Yeah,
digest and deal with. So this is a wonderful tool at a very appropriate time, I think.
yeah, definitely, definitely.
So I will definitely put the link to your website here so people can find that and enjoy it and share it. And they can share it with other people as well, of course, which would be
Mm-hmm.
great. Okay, so as an author, as a teacher, do you have any tips or ideas or suggestions for people to do during this time and to get prepared for when we're at the other end of this?
Well, as an author, you don't have time usually like this, where it's just like dedicated time to edit, write, research things, figure out things, because usually you're just bouncing around things all the time. And this is actually kind of like isolated time for you as an author to start to gather facts and do things. In fact, I'm editing a book that I've been writing for 5 years on my dad. with Alzheimer's, and it's giving me this time to go back, step back, and just take that time to edit.
Awesome.
So that's kind of an exciting thing to do. Plus, you need to think of, okay, I need to become more socially, as far as the computer networking. How can I start to make my books there? Not just going to book shows, which obviously I can't do right now. How can I start to get that build up out on the website? So that's a learning curve, because I'm the older generation and my kids are smarter than me on that, but we've got to get up with the times and
Yeah.
figure out how to do this and how to do
But
that.
you're creative, so you will find a way.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Saying that, talking to some other people, they're talking about this time of isolation has really been good for them to grow and find out things about themselves and to sort of check in with themselves. So your comments just made me think that maybe even for us non-authors, this might be a good time for us just to put some ideas to paper and
Just a
journal
journal.
or anything like that. That might be a really great way of documenting not only this time, but our own personal self-growth.
And I think words are such an important thing. And you hear words flying everywhere right now, and scary words. There's just so much
Mhm.
fear mongering out there. And writing comes from real life living. So we're really living it. But do we have to be fearful? Do we have to be crazy with all of that? And everything you write and say, in some ways, it's recorded. Like maybe it's
Right.
not recorded, but it's important what you say, what you think, what you put down on paper. So take the time to think, to put this down on paper, to figure out your own thoughts about this whole thing, and calm down. That's the idea with the books, right? Calm down and enjoy it. Enjoy the family times. You see families having board games and pulling out cards and just doing a good thing together.
Yeah, that's a really beautiful thing that has come out of all of this is so much family
Mm,
time and people connecting in a different way and
yeah.
slowing down, right? Yeah.
One of the other ideas I had was I can't see my father in the nursing home. And since I'm writing this book all about our relationship as he's getting Alzheimer's, we're thinking, how can we communicate with him? So my brother and I are going to do a video, and I'm going to play the piano like I always go in and do at the nursing home, talk to each resident, and then we can send a DVD, and hopefully they'll play it. And that's just kind of a cool way to touch base with people when you can't
Yeah.
touch base with people, right? For their
Yeah.
own.
Yeah. Yeah. We're really being creative, finding different ways, talking through windows or
Yeah.
visiting, in a drive-through kind of idea. And yeah, that's excellent. And we have to remember these people that are in long-term care facilities, retirement homes,
Yeah.
and all sorts of places where they're sort of cordoned off already from society. So that's a great idea. I hope other people are inspired by that and do that as well. That would be great. So I will put the links on the bottom of this video, like I said. Is there anything else you wanted to include about your book or what you're doing? You have a assortment of books there too. They're for sale. Are they on sale online or?
They should be on sale online. I'm not sure if the publisher will be printing them or not, but
Right.
if not, wait till it's all done. But if you think of it, it is these are some of the books here teaching about cleaning. This is a time when you have never been home with your kids to actually just teach them to clean. So,
Yeah.
for example, this is like Pirates of the Potty. So you could teach your kids to clean the toilet. Like there's 5 levels to a toilet. Get your patch on and let's get the sharks out. That
Yeah.
kind of thing, right?
Right.
Teach them to clean toilets. Don't do all the work yourself as parents.
Yeah.
Get them involved with cooking and cleaning and spend that time in fun ways with them too.
Awesome.
So that's kind of what my book series is more about, having fun cleaning your room,
Yeah.
having fun.
Good tools to have when you get to be an adult, for sure.
Yes, yes.
Okay, well, thank you, Carolyn. Also, what I'm asking all my guests is just to end our little interviews with a bit of fun. So I've tasked you with coming up with a favorite dad joke or pun or anecdote that you could share with us. So are you ready
Okay.
for that?
So I have one here. Of course, this is my friend. She's a nurse, and she's just going to help me with my dad joke.
Okay.
So, why do nurses have like red crayons?
Why do nurses like red crayons? I don't know.
Because they like to draw blood. Ah!
Ah, very good.
Hopefully, you don't have to have blood drawn.
No,
Okay.
it's good.
Good.
I'm liking these. These are a lot of fun and just a bit of sense or silliness. We need that right now.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
So thank you so much, Carolyn, for your time, and thank you for writing this book, especially at this time, and all that you do with our kids and our youth, and for being my friend and for helping
Okay.
me with
Well,
this.
thanks. This is an awesome idea. So
All right.
hopefully it goes well.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
Take care.
And
Bye-bye.
bye. And for everyone that's interested in seeing more of these videos, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel or Facebook or Instagram. It's all Ann the RMT. So thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time. And until then, be blessed and be a blessing to someone. Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.